Good day everyone, I'll be talking about the two books, Torrentera History Book and the Philippine History Source Book. So first, I'm gonna tackle 5 topics about the Torrentera History Book. The first one is Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence. So in each topic of the book, I'll be just explaining a brief insight about each of them. So in the Act of Declaration of the Philippine Independence, the Declaration of Philippine Independence, also known as the Philippine Declaration of Independence, was signed on June 12, 1898 by Filipino revolutionary leader Emilio Aguinaldo. It marked the end of over 300 years of Spanish colonization and establishment of the first Philippine Republic. The declaration asserted the Philippines' sovereignty and independence from Spain and paved the way for the country's struggle for freedom and self-rule. In the next topic, the 1899 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, it talks about the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines that was first which was the first supreme law of the newly established Philippine Republic. It established a democratic government with 3 branches: the executive, legislative, and judiciary. The Constitution also recognized the fundamental rights of citizens, including freedom of speech, religion, and assembly. However, it was short-lived as it was replaced by the new Constitution in 1935. The next topic is about the Treaty of Peace between the United States of America and the Kingdom of Spain. So in the Treaty of Peace between the United States of America and the Kingdom of Spain in the Philippines, it was signed on December 10, 1898, ending the Spanish-American War. Under the treaty, Spain ceded control of the Philippines to the United States in exchange for $20 million. The treaty was controversial and led to a long period of U.S. colonization of the Philippines. Next is about the Jose Rizal's retraction controversy. So it talks about the retraction controversy, which refers to the debate surrounding the alleged retraction of Philippine national hero Jose Rizal of his anti-Catholic view and support for the revolution. Some argued that the retraction was coerced by the Catholic Church, while others believed it was genuine. The controversy remains a contentious issue in Philippine history and has been the subject of much debate among scholars and the general public. Next is the Convention between the United States and United States of America and Great Britain, delimiting the boundary between the Philippine archipelago and the state of North Borneo in the year 1930. So the convention between the United States of America and Great Britain delimiting the boundary between the Philippine archipelago and the state of North Borneo established the boundary between the Philippine archipelago and the state of North Borneo, clarifying the territorial jurisdiction of both parties in the region. In the Philippine History Source Book, I'll be talking about the Philippine-American War, which took place in the year 1899 to 1902. So, it is a conflict in which the Philippines fought for their independence from the United States. So the war began after the US refused to recognize Philippines' independence following the Spanish-American War. The Filipinos fought valiantly but were eventually defeated. The war resulted in the loss of tens of thousands of Filipino lives and marked the beginning of U.S. colonial rule in the Philippines. Next is the American period. So in the American period, the American period in the Philippines, it refers to the era from 1898 to 1946, when the Philippines was under the control of the U- United States. The period was characterized by significant changes in Philippine policy, economy, and society, including the introduction of American-style governance, establishment of public education, and transformation of the economy from an agricultural to a more industrialized one. It was also marked by periods of conflicts and resistance, such as the Philippine-American War, and eventually led to the Philippines' independence in 1946. The next topic is the Commonwealth of the Philippines. So it talks about the Commonwealth of the Philippines, which was a traditional government established in 1935 in preparation for the country's independence from the United States. It lasted until 1946, when the Philippines became fully independent during the Commonwealth period. The country experienced economic growth and political stability, but also faced challenges such as the Japanese occupation during World War II. Next is the topic about World War II. So the World War II in the Philippines began with the Japanese invasion in December 1941, resulting in the Battle of Bataan and the subsequent Bataan Death March. The Philippines was under Japanese occupation until General Douglas MacArthur's return in 1944, leading to the Battle of Leyte Gulf eventual liberation. The war caused significant destruction and loss of life in the Philippines. So next one is the post-war Philippines. The post-war Philippines refers to the period after World War II, when the country experienced significant political, social, and economic changes. The Philippines gained independence from the United States in 1946, but the country was left devastated by the war. The government focused on reconstruction efforts while also facing challenges such as communist insurgents and economic instability. The post-war period saw the rise of influential Filipino leaders such as President Ramon Magsaysay and the beginning of the country's long-standing alliance with the United States. Also, there is a supplementary material about the history of Mindanao and Davao. So the history of chaos in Davao, Mindanao, Philippines can be traced back in the 1970s and 1980s, when the region was plagued by insurgents and conflict involving various armed groups. These included the Moro National Liberation Front and the New People's Army. The other separatist movement. The conflict have resulted in countries' casualties and ongoing instability in the region.
It's a scene straight out of the movies. Yet this is reality, and one that troops continue to face in war-torn Marawi. Streets are empty, but danger lurks at every turn. Marawi has become a city riddled with bullets torn by blasts. Soldiers like Corporal Jose Estorion were wounded in the first days of the attack, but they have since returned to the front lines to help finish the war.
Bago ako kasi sir, umalis dito papunta doon. Kausap ko yung anak ko. Sabi ng anak ko na uwi daw papa. Kaya pasalamat talaga ako, nabuhay pa ako.
For troops, the days are long, the nights even longer. And calls to those they left behind are becoming more difficult.
Kaya naman ako palaging busy. Straight ka lang lagi. Kasi si ate palagi naman araw-araw naman.
You can catch the full ABS-CBN documentary on the siege of Marawi, Di Ka Pasisiil, this Sunday, 3:30 in the afternoon on ABS-CBN Channel 2.